of course, Miss Trixie Abranilla. Right? And of course, um, Mr. Rick Gindap, CEO of Design for Tomorrow. And joining them is Mark Adrian Antonio, the Franchise and Business Dev Manager at Aicha. All right, please join us here on stage.
Morning ulit. Thank you, thank you. Before we formally start the program, so this is where we have our media friends. Can we see? Tingnan muna natin kung media friends, please raise your hand so I could see. Feel free to come in front.
Are you there?
Feel free to come in
Oh.
front po if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have about 10 to 15 minutes to entertain your questions. So feel free to just raise your hand if you have any questions for the three of them for this 2-day program event.
Thank you, thank you. All right. So normally we have that separately, but for this time, no? So we're doing an open press con. Go ahead.
So
Sige. So while they're all adjusting, I just really want to take this opportunity to thank them because we have more than 30 plus media partners this time. Maraming salamat. We've seen you published and write about us. Thank you very much. And probably that's why we reached about 17,000 registered attendees.
Congratulations.
congrats.
And I have with me, of course, Rick of BFP and Mart from Aicha. So they are both our platinum sponsors. Sige, Jill, let's go.
We have one question over here for any one of you guys. What has made this 15th edition different from the other ones that you've had?
Well, from Aicha Philippines, this is our first time to join the expo. Well, just to give you all an idea with the brand, so Aicha is came from Indonesia. And also I'm happy to be part of the company since I've been in the franchise and business development from 8 years. I handle several brands as well. And right now I've been part of Aicha Philippines. The brand is expanding here in the Philippines, so we wanted to bring an authentic ice cream and milk tea brand here in the Philippines for us also the Philippine market to try our brand. So we're happy that we've been part of the 15 PhilSMEs. And of course, thank you, Ms. Trixie, for inviting
Thank
us.
you, Mart. Thank you, Aicha, for being here. Ice cream and tea, no?
Yes.
Oo. So you see, we have here business opportunity, no? Because we do franchising, and we have here business solution, right? So, tinatanong anong difference, no? It is the first time that we have partnered with you and we're granting one lucky SME owner the chance to get rebranded by no less than Rick Gendap. So, Rick, ikaw na, tell us about this partnership and how they can have the chance to win. Anyone could actually win as long as you have a business. So, sali na kayo. Go ahead, Rick.
Thank you, Trixie. The partnership really started because Trixie has a very powerful story to tell. um, the drive that she's explained to us is very magnetic, and we know that SMEs are really the backbone of economies and everywhere, and we feel like when we started talking about the unlocking upliftment, we feel like some of the SMEs do not understand that one of the greatest thing that can happen is to them or their business is unlocking the power of really amazing branding. So we took the opportunity to sort of volunteer helping one SME that is in attendance today. And we offered a complete premium service from strategy, identity development, even fixing visual systems and tone of voice and the way they express their stories. That's going to be our participation. We don't normally participate in trade events, but Trixie was able to convey to us why a lot of SMEs really need support, and we're here today.
Thank you. I feel so privileged naman. Ho. Syempre kasi sobrang busy, no? So, this is the guy behind the rebranding of Mendres and
Mendres, and we recently rebranded Cocopan.
uh
We do a lot. We have projects from Tokyo to Tel Aviv. Recently, we completed a project in Vienna and Tokyo again. We're doing a lot of projects all over the world. Our footprint extends beyond Manila, but we feel like we need to champion more Filipino brands and make them world class as well.
Exactly. So thank you very much. So that's one of the highlights. Thank you. And again, kanina nabanggit ko no ang ating powerful lineup of keynote speakers day 1, day 2. Ganda kasi it's not every day that you get to bring them all together, lalo na CEOs, napaka-busy founders, startup founders. So for them to be on stage and tell you what made them successful, I mean that's wow.
All right.
So that's one thing that we look forward to.
Thank you so much for those. And I'm such a fan, no, because I believe so much in branding as well. And that, the great vision, the great intention that you always talk about could be translated in great branding. Diba? So, for one, I'm an SME, so maybe I could also enter the contest. Let's go.
It's open to everybody attendance today.
Or maybe I can submit personally.
She'll probably they're wondering paano, no? So you go to the DFT booth in front and they will help you understand how. It's very easy lang talaga. Just have to share your story, just write about it, and then submit, and then, we'll contact you pag nanalo ka, and then we'll give you a spotlight in May of 2025. If
Winning it.
Yes, and if I may add, so for lagi naman for this edition, for every PhilSME edition, maraming mga naglo-launch ng products,
Right.
get exclusive promos here. Na after na expo, hindi mo na makuha.
Correct.
So maganda yun. And while that continues, siguro some of it, if I may, I know that, for example, Viber Philippines is, Rakuten Viber is giving away, I believe, cash prizes to SAP owners within this 2 day. And for example, Good News Pilipinas is also launching their internship program. Maraming naglo-launch. So guys, just really go around, say what you need, or see, sometimes you don't know that you need it. Pero pagdating mo doon, ay, ito pala yung solusyon, so pinoproblema ko, right? Now we also have, you would also see some students once in a while. These are business management or entrepreneurial, course nila, no? Entrepreneurship, right? Because of course, we want to also mold the next generation. So they get to understand the market, how it's going, ganyan. But of course, for this, I believe we have 50% of Filipino business owners who come, and 20% are the aspiring ones. Laki din ang market natin doon. And 30, tama yung math ko, 30 are the executives. So it's not their businesses, but they are the decision makers. That's why we, again, thank you for your support, and we hope that you get to really ikot lang ng ikot. You'll never know what you'll find.
That's so exciting to hear, Trixie, because it just made me think now that ever since pandemic, the business landscape model has really drastically changed. Well, let's admit that. And seeing this these people, these businesses helping SMEs and how they help, it's so much exciting. Like even for me, not to look at them. So, lalo na nung narinig ko may cash prizes.
Ganyan. Sa mga booth.
Oh, so for you guys, even the students, you can take part. Go around and look for those booths that could help you launch that small business, that medium enterprise, and who knows, baka may bonus pa na cash prize, di ba?
Thank you. So Jill, I think by now, let's check if
Right.
baka yung mga iniisip na ating media friends nasagot na namin without.
I think
we
we
have
have
a question.
one question from Miss Angie of Good News Philippines.
Good morning, Miss Angie.
Evening, Positive with Tricks. I'm Angie Quadabalibay of GoodNewsFilipinas.com. My question is, you've had 14 editions of Philippine Business Expo, and you develop different themes every single time. So my question is, and what we're interested in is, the theme this edition, how did you get around to having that, and what is behind the inspiration for the new theme? Trixie?
Miss Angie, thank you very much. Dito ba si RJ? RJ, nandito ka ba? Ikaw papasagutin ko ng tanong.
Si RJ ba pa si
Because,
yung mga interview?
I think, no, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if PhilSME has or had themes before. I'm not really sure. Oh, kasi parang hindi. I think it's the first time that we have decided to come up with a theme, and that's of course through the help. Hello, and dito tayo sa branding expert, no, with Rick. Because when I was talking to him, what we really want to happen, kasi diba, same mandate naman year after year. But then you think about it, really what is it this time and what's important? So we talked and we came up with that you know, that theme. Kasi yun lang naman talaga. When we say business solutions, syempre laging innovative business solutions. Lagi namang ganun, no? That's one. But then we say, you know what? I wanna go deeper. Kasi sige, given na yun eh, business solutions is PhilSME. I mean, PhilSME is business solutions. But number two, we're talking about networking, which is coalition, like here, right? People coming together, that's already a coalition. And then you come here to network. And then we strengthen the PhilSME network. So for example, I see Security Bank here. Ever since David launched the PhilSME network, which was during the pandemic, they have been with us. So it's like, thank you very much, Lex Alma, salamat. So you see, palaki lang siya ng palaki. Because sa dami-dami naman ng mga businesses ngayon, na dami-dami nag-offer. Siyempre, you have to look for, sige, ano ba talaga yung, you know, yung legit, ano ba talaga yung meron ngayon? So, can you vouch for me? Yung ganyan. So, we continue with the coalition. And lastly, excellent client relations. Okay? I mean, okay, lahat kayo, technically, clients din namin, di ba? And I really hope, okay, if not, you know, we aim to continuously give you very good quality service. I hope we're able to do that. And that's one of our aim. And at the same time, I believe that's every Filipino entrepreneur's goal also, right? To give very good quality customer service and have that long lasting client relations. I think that's what it is. Rick, do you want to add something?
When we were asked, the first thing that I asked Trixie is that you have been doing this for 14 years. What really is it? Because it's not just a trade fair. Like they said, you're forming connections, you're finding partners. It's like you just go in here and you did not expect what you mentioned. You did not expect that you will find something that you were not looking for. And for us, that's the idea of unlocking upliftment because this is a platform to uplift businesses, to uplift entrepreneurs. We know the challenges of entrepreneurship because we are one. You know, every day how do you compete in this room alone? How many booths are competing for our attentions, right? So we have got to find that kind of deeper layer of meaning, and we found that in unlocking upliftment because that's what we do to each other. When we buy in a business, we uplift that business. When we hire people, we uplift the condition of those people. So it's very up for this kind of thing because Trixie wanted that it's not just a trade fair anymore, but it's something that is really not just beneficial, but truly meaningful to all of us.
Thank you, Rick. Ganda nun. Thank you. Siguro yun, nasagot na namin yung tanong.
you.
But if I may add, from the data that I have seen, you know, ang maganda, so Aisha is here. They just entered the Philippines this year. See, this year. Kaya diretso talaga PhilSME. We see that there's a, how do you call it? A lot of people who come here also, parang dami F&B. They want either franchise opportunity or something that they can bring in sa kanilang mga, you know, small restaurants or so. Wow. I mean, parami sila ng parami talaga, right? So, anything you want to add?
Yeah, that's why when Trixie messaged us, really believe with the company itself, yung campaign for this edition. That's why we talk with our head office to join and to be part of your 15 PSME because what we wanted is to have a potential franchisee, not just getting our brand, but also like what she mentioned, client relationship. We wanted to sustain from the opening until na makuha nila yung ROI nila. So that is something that we also wanted to support with our PhilSME sa
ROI, music to the ears. Basta hindi masyado matagal, no? Music to the ears. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
thank you.
I
Go
think
ahead.
we have time for one more question. Anyone? Yes.
Yes.
And you are Mr. Ted from
MA.
Ted from
GMA News on.
GMA. Okay, hi, Ted.
I would just like hello. As you've been doing this business expo for 14 years already. I'd like to know what are your expectations after this 2-day, 3-day, 2-day, 2-day event.
Ted,
And also AI about how can SMEs utilize AI in their business, in their innovations, and how can they use this technology to maybe
improve their ROI, etc.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ted.
Ted.
Umpisahan ko muna dun sa 40 years. So this is the, wait lang, 15th edition. But I believe it's 11th year because sometimes PhilSME did like biannual. To. So yeah, that's one. What do I expect? Tatanungin ko sila, siguro, ano yung expect nyo after this kaya kayo sumali? Go!
Well, number one, of course, for brand awareness. Like what I mentioned, we're just really new in the Philippine market. So we wanted to create more brand awareness with our brand. And also, look for a potential franchisee who wanted to get very good support in terms of franchise support from end to end until they open their own business. And then until they get the ROI as fast as 2 years, hopefully. And then, of course, look for a network with all of you guys.
Thank you. So that's for them, no? And for you, Rick, what do you
Well,
expect?
the expectations for us actually very simple. How can we really support somebody? Because in this room there will be plenty of passionate stories, struggles that are untold. So how do we highlight those kind of things to resonate with somebody, whether it's a visitor or a potential partner or even a franchisee partner here in the Philippines? So the expectation is how can we really, really look into this highly competitive landscape of doing a business, and how can Design for Tomorrow help articulate that vision? That's the expectation, and I'm surprised today how people are deeply engaged. I went out briefly, and people are really having great conversations. That's a good start. So the expectations gets higher because
Higher by the minute.
post pandemic, and you mentioned AI earlier. Um, it really changed everything, and our perspective in Design for Tomorrow about AI. It's not supposed to be something that we should be afraid about because it will help us in terms of efficiency. But nothing can still replace the human touch. That's why if you look at the most innovative brands in the world, like Apple, advanced in technology, but it's delivered personally in terms of how you sell and you serve the customers. And that's something to think about. It should not be uh, mutually exclusive, they should be complementary.
Beautiful. So, Rick, transition to the last question. Balik ko lang, no? So, as an organizer, what do I expect? That all their expectations will be met. Yeah. Yun talaga. And all the visitors' expectations also will be met. So, in AI, you've seen that that's one part, or yeah, one way to look at Rick as an owner himself. So that's how he sees it. And to add to that, we actually have a talk about the advantage of using AI for SMEs tomorrow in the afternoon. So that's punta kayo if you want to understand more. Because it's not meant to replace the people. It's not, wala makaka-replace sa atin. But if you want to get ahead and then use it, yun naman talaga yun, diba? There are a lot of companies who can help you integrate that into your own businesses. So all you need to do is take take time, understand what suits you best. Yun. Ted, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. So much interesting topics lined up for the 2 days, right? So to get ahead, no, for to move forward with a lot of our speakers lined up, we will end the media presser for now. If you have further questions, you can visit them at the booths, no, our sponsors, and also Miss Trixie here on the side. All right. So everyone, give them a big round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Salamat.